I guess it was a marriage which happens out of need and controlled by destiny between IT and medicine. That was a wonderful presentation by Mr. Jaju. Our next presentation will be from the state of Tamil Nadu. I'd like to invite Dr. Amanda Thampu Samuel, who's a program coordinator in the state of Tamil Nadu, and she will be presenting some of the wonderful work which is going on there.
On behalf of our project director, who is on an urgent official work. So I am here to represent the Tamil Nadu Health System Project for IT initiative of Government of Tamil Nadu, which is a health management information system. The Tamil Nadu Health System Project was an health initiative to make the healthcare across the state, catering to the population of 7.2 crores, more equitable, accessible, and effective. So HMIS was envisaged as a combination, a judicious combination of information technology and health management system. So these are all the ongoing initiatives I would like to present to you. This is mainly to provide critical health data across the health chain. We have 17 directorates under the Department of Health and Family Welfare. The three major directorates, Department of Public Health and Preventive Medicine, the Directorate of Medical Services and Rural Health Services, and the Directorate of Medical Education. And 14 other directorates come under this huge healthcare system. And this HMIS is a novel procedure so that we can provide real-time data which is collected across all the directorates across the state. And we work in partnership with the World Bank, and their involvement has been extremely advantageous and to provide new approaches in the health sector. This gives you an idea about the three-tier healthcare delivery which is being followed in Health Tamil Nadu. The primary care is the health sub-center. We have 8,706 health sub-centers across the state. Each sub-center is taken care of by a village health nurse who reports to a PHC. So one PHC will be having around 8 to 9 health sub-centers. These PHCs will report to the block medical officer of the block PHC, which is the main PHC. The secondary care hospitals come under the Directorate of Medical and Rural Health Services. We have 161 taluk hospitals, 78 non-taluk hospitals, and 28 district headquarters hospitals. The district hospitals are the headquarters hospitals, and the taluk and non-taluk are otherwise known as the sub-district hospitals. And the tertiary care comes under the Directorate of Medical Education, 18 medical colleges, and 41 institutions attached to these colleges, along with the medical university. This is a map showing you the health unit district-wise distribution. This is different from the revenue map in the sense that a huge revenue district may be bifurcated or trifurcated into 3 HUDs or 2 HUDs as the case may be according to the population. This is the organization structure of the administration of health department. These are all the various directorates as I mentioned. The Tamil Nadu State AIDS Control Society, the Tamil Nadu Medical Services Corporation, which takes care of the supply of drugs and indents to the hospitals, and the Tamil Nadu Drug Control Society, etc. These are the vital statistics, birth rate and death rate, and Tamil Nadu is one of the leading states where the infant mortality and maternal mortality has been considerably reduced and is very less in comparison. The conceptualization of HMIS or Health Management Information System was done because there was no real-time data which was available to monitor health across the state collected from such a huge area. So evidence-based management was a challenge, and reporting system was totally confused because duplication of records was there, and it was time consuming also. By the time the reports reached from the end districts to the headquarters, and then we have to analyze and then take decisions on that, it was time consuming. And also we have huge equipment system in the hospitals, from the BP apparatus to the CT scan, which needed monitoring. To reduce the downtime of the equipments, we needed an effective system to monitor the equipments. These are the project ICT initiatives. Ours is a centralized web-based application, and the infrastructure investment was hardware, PCs, system, printers, etc., LAN, UPS. And we utilize the existing infrastructure of the state government, that is the TN-SWAN, Tamil Nadu Statewide Area Network, provided by ELCOT at the state data center. Application software, our application developers are Tata Consultancy Services, and the government of Tamil Nadu is the owner of the application. The centralized web-based application, it's an open source, and these are all the technical specifications you can go through. Java 2 Enterprise, Glassfish, Solaris, and the end user has a SUSE Linux OS. When the patient enters the hospital, the patient is given a registration number by the hospital worker who registers in the OP counter. The patient is given a 15-digit PIN, which is the patient identification number. Of the 15 digits, the first digit indicates the directorate, and the next 5 digits indicates the institution or the hospital code. The last 9 digits are unique to the patient. This is a different number from the OP number which is recorded. The OP number has 17 digits, which the 2 more digits are added in addition to make it a 17-digit number. But the PIN number is a 15-digit number, which will be unique for the patient, and this can be used in any hospital across the state of Tamil Nadu. The patient can go to any district hospital, taluk or sub-taluk, and with this PIN number, the doctor will be able to retrieve his records and view it on his screen, and the patient need not carry his medical records anywhere. These are the software requirement specifications, or SRS. And we have regular periodic meetings with our vendors or stakeholders. We have various stakeholders who are taking part in this program, for the LAN, for the UPS, for the printers, for the systems, and multitude for the connectivity, for the main connectivity provided through TN-SWAN, and the redundant connectivity provided through VPN over broadband, virtual private network over broadband, which is provided by BSNL, which is the government sector. And we have a central help desk which takes care of the breakdown calls relating to infra issues from the hospitals, and also all the equipment breakdown calls are also recorded. And we have IT coordinators who are engineers placed in each district. 32 districts each have one IT coordinator, and all these infra issues at the base level are taken care of by the IT coordinators, who visit each hospital according to their ATP in a month, and they have to provide the feedback. In addition, they give training to the end users, support training. We have issued government, so long all the people were being used to doing everything through manual records. So there was some hesitancy in using systems. So we issued government orders to do away with the manual registers, except for a few registers which may have medico-legal implications, like accident register and birth register, death register, cash registers. Except apart from these registers, all the registers have to be done away with. And the responsibility is fixed on the end user. Say the pharmacist is using the system, he will be responsible for the stock, and he'll be responsible for raising the indent. He'll be responsible for the expiry drugs which are to be found there, and he'll be responsible for taking care of the main stores. The budgetary provisions for maintenance and support of this is being provided by the World Bank on soft loan, and the creation of new posts at the district level, all these are administrative constraints. The automation of workflow process at the hospitals, the real-time monitoring. Every day, each doctor enters the record of the patient he sees. This daily usage, OP usage, will be seen by the chief medical officer of each hospital on his dashboard. So he can know how many patients have been seen by a particular doctor, and how many lab tests have been raised, how many lab results have been issued to the patient, how many x-rays, how many ultrasonograms have been done for that day, and how is the census of the OP, and how is the census of the inpatient, and all that. This is all done online. This is health management system done online. This is an implementation overview of our project. December 2008, it was started as a pilot project in 5 hospitals initially, and then we scaled it up to phase 1, that HMS in all 5 districts, 36 hospitals across the 5 districts. And presently, we are in the phase 2. We are in the completion stage of phase 2. Out of 267 secondary care hospitals, 252 have gone live till this date. And our phase 3 will be to cover the tertiary care, that is the DME institutions and the Tamil Nadu Medical MGR University. This gives you an idea of the users. The HMIS has 2 components, the hospital management system, which is a live record, and the management information system, which is done monthly. HMS is daily, MIS is monthly, and the HMS is automatically incorporated onto the MIS. It is designed in such a way that HMS data gets auto-populated onto the MIS. These are the modules available in hospital management system. The OP registration.